it's Amelia here, also known as Not Your Average Wife. So today what I'm doing is, as you can see, one of my daytime running lights over here is off, and the ones that I have on this side are just the regular kind of orangey amber color. And my good friend Justin convinced me to switch them to an LED, sort of a bright white. So let's open up the hood and see how we get to the lights.
We were 16 in the summertime when you saw me like a movie scene. We were crazy like a teenage crime. You picked me up and you'd had 69.
Okay, so now we've opened up the hood and we can see there's a lot going on in here and not too much space. But luckily for my 2009 E88 135i engine, there's quite a bit of space here to get to the lights. So for the housing unit that's holding where the lights are, there's two of these hooks on each side, on the left and the right side. So the second one that's kind of hidden back here, already just popped off. And then the one that's easier to see, you just kind of pull it out and pop it backwards. And then the whole panel comes off. So now you can kind of see in here that the hook is right here. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm kind of moving it around. So that's the more difficult one to get off. Once you've got that one off, the same one applies for this side. You just pull it back and pop it out. Okay, so we moved outside because it was too hot and I'm like dripping in sweat. So now there's a bit of a breeze and there's better lighting as well. So where we left off was I was pulling out the housing, the panel, light bulb panel out, and so you kind of have to just gently wiggle it out until it comes loose. You want to make sure you don't damage anything. So just have patience and wiggle it out. This is what the panel looks like. Don't lose it. And then I'll show you the bulbs that I got. So I didn't just buy regular bulbs where you can just switch them in. These kind of require some extra switches and connectors. So you just connect them together. Super easy. Just like that. So I was trying to look up a lot of videos on how to remove the passenger side light housing. It took a lot, because there's so much stuff in the way. So you can see there's these two hoses that are kind of in the way, and you don't want to remove anything unless you know what you're doing, which I don't know what these are all for. So my husband and I kind of just, one of us gently wiggled this out, and one of us just kind of pushed these hoses back a little bit in order to get some space to take this out. So once you push them back gently, you'll have enough space to remove this. So now we've got a little bit of a deeper dive to see what this looks like, but you can see here there's these little light gray clamps on either side of the connectors for the lights. So because I have small hands, I can get in here and unclamp it at the same time. Gently just kind of pull it out, and there you go. That's what connects to the light. So now that this gray connector is off, you got to turn the bulb and then pull it out. So my light bulb's a bit longer because it's the LED replacement instead of just the bulbs. But connecting it and putting it in is the exact same way. So we stick it here in the hole. Turn the knob. It should click into place. Mine's not clicking, 1 second.
I feel I'm under the sun, under the sky. I feel like I'm in heaven.
And here's Justin, coming to help me with my light bulb. So my friend Justin reminded me that for the driver's side of the panel, you have to actually shave off one of those little nubs here in order to fit the whole cords and everything in this giant thing right in here so that your adaptive headlights don't move around or aren't restricted. So now we have to use some 3M tape to keep it in place so they don't move around, and then they should be good to go. So what I used to cut off the nub is just one of these like little plier looking things, and then to shave it down so that it's as flush as possible, you just use an X-Acto knife to kind of, you know, shave it off a little bit. Okay, so we've 3M taped the inside of this giant doohickey thing so that it stays in place, things don't jiggle around. So now we have to connect everything. We connect this to the bulb, and then we connect this black piece to the gray thing here. There we go. That's in. Okay, so before I completely put the housing on top of it, let's see if it actually works first. So let's turn it on. Look, it's white! Okay, so now that everything's connected, and we slightly had some trouble jimmying this down here because I have a convertible, so there's a lot more stuff in the way. So now that it's in, you just want to make sure that it's sealed and closed up properly. So otherwise, if you get condensation in here, it's not going to work. Okay, popped. It's on. Good to go. Okay, so with some difficulty and help from my friend Justin and my husband Simon, we got the housing units on, clipped in, no casualties. So let's turn it on and see what the white lights look like on both sides. Ooh, look at that! So the orange is gone and the white is in. Thanks for watching, and this has been Not Your Average Wife. Get the sexy shoe down.